is Moondance, the Protoss player warping in the upper left with the blue probes. It is Neeb. And the Zerg opponent spawning in the bottom right with the red drones and hatchery belonging to DRG. PvZ, guys. Probe. Will he get the hatch block? The most important question must be, and DRG, you're not even going to try? DRG, come on. I hyped it up for no reason. He's just going to take the third. Okay, fine. On the other side, Neeb, not doing anything crazy. It's a gateway opening, guys. It's a PvZ. You all know. You all know how this is going to go. The probe is going to do its shenanigans, creating problems that the Zerg player is going to have to deal with. DRG unfazed. Stoic in his response, though. Going to slap down the spawning pool. The gas. Nexus. For the Protoss player, we will not know what kind of game is in store until after this bad boy's done. Yes, Zerg players, they can do some aggressive play, some crazy things, Roach Rush or Ravager stuff with Ravagers, Baneling Bust, but it's unlikely to see. DRG and Neeb, I think both, not the most wild of players, and neither one of them are wild cards. They're pretty standard. I like it. I like seeing it. People that are strong with mechanics. They have their build or their play style that they generally go for. And there's no Stargate. The Warp Gate started up right away. So probably not a Stargate opener. Interesting. Have to keep an eye on that. Ling speed starts up for the Zerg player. Probably going to take the third base shortly. Yeah, there's the drone. There goes the drone. He's adding another gateway and an adept. No early tech, though. Confusion ensues. More gates. Okay, this is not going to be the textbook Stargate Oracle defensive PvZ. He does get a Stargate eventually, but going up to 3 gates first. I'm intrigued, Mr. Neeb. What kind of game have I signed myself up for today? DRG getting that scout off with the OV. He saw in the natural, he knows the gate and the core, but he has not yet seen the main base. He does not yet know what the tech really is. Neeb's adept just being slightly annoying, slightly inquisitive, perhaps, checking out the drone counts. Usually a good indicator for you Protoss players to see how aggressive is this Zerg planning to be is with those drone counts. You say, I know you expanded, but that's not necessarily an economical thing. Droning, though, very economical. DRG gonna see in the main base, sees that Oracle making, and now knows the dreaded Oracle is on its way. 5 adepts for Mr. Neeb. The 5 adept hit squad makes its way in. Was he trying to make this look like a glaive fake? I doubt it. It's not glaives. It's definitely not glaives. There is no Twilight Council. He's taking a third base behind this. Just a more adept heavy opener, perhaps, to try and make the Zerg panic. Your best case, the Zerg doesn't panic, undercommits, you get 8 adepts in the mineral line. Worst case, they overcommit, you don't. You don't lose your adepts here. Recall. Oh, 1 does not make it home. Unfortunate. Gift basket will have to be sent to her family. Where's the Twilight? There's the Forge Twilight combo. Stargate done after just 2 oracles, which are going to make their way over to the other side. Not initially going for anything, though. Perhaps stasis, revelation tags, DRG. He's got a lot of links here. I don't think you go for it. 3 drones picked off by the oracles, which are still sitting in range of the Queen Needle. Probably not a healthy choice, a healthy decision. Behind this, blink. Big shock. This is looking like Neeb's attempt at the hero style that has shaken up the PvZ world in recent times. Opening with a few oracles, a couple oracles into blink stalkers. Expect to see a lot of gates. We hit that probe count around 50 to 60. Start to see a gateway explosion. And how heavy is it going to be? A couple more drones picked off. I really should just be following these oracles. They're the action right now, as they sit still in the corner of the map. Has Neeb seen the base? He has seen them. A DRG just out hunting with the Zerglings, perhaps hoping to catch the stray probe, going to make a nexus. A quiet moment on the map, as both players settle in for their solid macro turns. Lings try to get into the base. They're going to get the Adept, but Neeb with the block of a building, going to deny their entry. Very good indeed. No gateway explosion just yet. He crossed 60 probes. He's getting the robo. He's getting a second forge. So perhaps willing to invest in upgrades. The core actually quite exposed. I like that idea from DRG. I don't think he's going to be able to get it just yet though. And Neeb is going to commit on the other side of the map. Or not. We're going to recall. That is a lot of Zerglings in his defense. Forward robo. Going to be making observers. Lings, mildly successful in their hunt, at the very least deflecting Neeb's potential push over here. Queen Ling combo. Roach speed on the way for DRG, but he is very heavy in the Lings. Is this going to flip into a Ravager Bane? The Bane nest goes down. That's what I was wondering. Usually you see a handful of roaches, maybe no more than 10. Roach Ravager, decent amount of Banes to deal with the army, and then Lings to really get the damage done. I like it. Ling Bane versus Protoss. Protoss essentially like robotic marines, right? Banelings still do quite well, even though they're targeted much more towards light targets. Neeb, finally, with the gateways. Gateway explosion, charge on the way, double upgrades. I think the moment is approaching that I no longer have to be this entertaining. There will be enough action on the map to save both you and me from my commentary here. Ling's wrapping around, not going to be able to do it. Oh, activates the stasis trap with only 2 Lings. Beautifully done. Lings managed to wiggle their way past the Stalker and then realize what a terrible life decision that is. Going to try and back off. Oh, the obs going to be picked off. Neeb's vision of the Zerg side of the map blinded. Stasis hordes provide a little bit of vision. Yes, that's quite nice, but, you know, how much is it really? Not a lot of vision, of course. Oh, Storm on the way, too. So Neeb not getting very aggressive. He's not heavily committing to trying to keep the Zerg, you know, defensive, aware, honest, however you want to call it. So DRG able to build pretty much whatever he wants, relatively. We're both macroing. We're going to max out, and then our armies will do battle. Templar. Archon Blink Stalker, very gateway heavy for our Protoss here, up against a swarm of Lingbane Roach. Couple Ravagers, few Ravagers in there. Oh, excellent block of the Banes by Neeb there. Lings still trying to see how that cyber core tastes. They're not going to be very successful though. Neeb constantly warping in defenses over there. DRG gonna test his claws might at the top base here. Templar do respond. Storm in 5 seconds though. That's not enough time. They're gonna get surrounded, turn into Archons. Lings breaking into this base. Stalker's gonna have to defend. There's battles on every front now. Lings against the Blink Stalkers. Looks like Neeb is going to manage to clean most of it up. These Stalkers in a bit of trouble now, and the base is in a bit of trouble as well. Zealots, pretty good. Zealots are quite good, guys. Charge Zealots, fantastic units. DRG throwing away most of the army in that engagement. Was it better that his stuff was so split up? I mean, he was fighting 3 battles at once, and Zerglings, not exactly the most efficient of units at that. Sometimes it's a lot better to try and focus your efforts and overwhelm, get a good surround. Banelings, discovering what it feels like to be on the wrong side of an Archon. Not very good. Probe's going to be totally safe. And DRG's readying his next wave. Hive also on the way. What would you guys get from Hive Tech here? Vipers would be quite good. Vipers, quite good here. Ultralisks, maybe. If you feel like risking loss, you take that Ultra Risk. Broodlords would be lovely, but I don't even think there's a spire on the map, so that hope is going to stay just a hope. Warp in up here. Neeb gonna catch the army. I think before DRG was quite ready. Good storm number 2. Roaches and Ravagers gonna be forced back. DRG testing over here. There's still the Protoss army though. The Bane's not going to get much done. Gets a... oh, the Banelings going to be denied by that storm. He's trying to get a decent surround here. Zerg units definitely going to be winning on that front without some reinforcements, but this side completely gone. Neeb going to crush that left side. Wait, really? You're running? Oh, man. DRG, come on. He's got this idea that he has to be pressing both sides at once like a Terran, but I'm just not so sure. It doesn't seem like it is working at all. Lingbane Roach Ravager. Yes, he's getting those 3/3 upgrades. That will be nice. That will be helpful. These Oracles still alive. That's invaluable scouting information. Couple Zealots, hand-picked by Artanis himself. This group makes its way into the main base with the aid of a Warp Prism. DRG quick to respond though. I don't think much is going to get done there. Banelings. Neeb always keeping an eye out. Very good defense. Immaculate defense of those probes. And the charge lot's actually quite successful in the battles. Here Zerglings just not cutting it. 50 more Lings. Guys, we've got a Zergling addict here. And it just does not seem like it is working. He's going to clean it up eventually, but now Neeb ready with this main push over here. Blink Stalkers, Archons, a few charge lots as well. Oh, an Immortal. That's a good pickoff. Zerglings, very good against the Immortal. He's not even going to get it. Oh. That's so sad. That's so disappointing. Storms go out on the Zerg players, but Neeb is just looking untouchable in these engagements. And DRG apparently agrees with me. The Protoss going to take the game strongly, wholeheartedly. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a great day.